channel. It is Friday night, and I am just starting the intro. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to start reading tonight. So I decided that we're going to be doing a classics video. So I have 3 books I wanted to read with you guys. Since I don't read classics that often, I have read a few. I just haven't read too many. So I wanted to open up, branch out a little bit more than I already have. So I ordered 3 books. 1 already came in, however, the other 2 were delayed, so that's why I don't know if I can start the first few yet. But it would probably be easier if I started it, not gonna lie. But also, I wouldn't be able to record tomorrow or the next day. So that's why I'm also struggling. So I can either start it and just don't read for 2 days of it, or I could just start on Monday. But at least I would be able to stop Snowman, get some of it done today, and then go back to reading it on Monday. But the only thing is, I know I'm probably not going to want to read it Monday. But either way, I am going to read all 3 of them. So I have Pride and Prejudice. I have the original copy, the little small Penguins Classics copy. And then I ordered as well Wuthering Heights and Hamlet. So Pride and Prejudice, Hamlet, and Wuthering Heights. So those are the 3 books I'm going to be reading for this video. I don't know if that's going to change, because I might not feel like reading Hamlet, but I don't know. Figure it out. So far, here's my knowledge on the books. Hamlet, I've read a little bit of, not the entire thing, though, for class, because I do online school for Edgenuity, for my senior year. So I've read little bits and pieces. Ingenuity, it doesn't give you the full book, so you don't get necessarily a lot of context. But I do have some prior knowledge to that. However, it's not the full knowledge that I should have read for that class. Wuthering Heights. I know the name Heathcliff, and I know Bella from Twilight read that book. That's all the knowledge I got on that one. And then we also have Pride and Prejudice. He's prideful, she's prejudiced. That's kind of the point. But I've already read Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, so I figured, hey, let's read another Jane Austen book since I've already delved into her world a little bit. I didn't enjoy Sense and Sensibility, but I always give 3 strikes, you're out before I say to an author that I don't like you or their writing. So, that being said, we're going to give Jane Austen another chance. Read Pride and Prejudice. Stop, Snowman. Move. I'm filming. Of course, this is how he turns over. This is how he turns over, because he wants pets. You're so pathetic, but I love you so much. So, as I was saying, those are the 3 books that I am officially going to start reading. I might start Pride and Prejudice tonight, but I don't know. I just know I wanted to record the intro just in case I decided to do it tonight, but I don't know how far it would get. And I'm also deciding if I want to annotate it or not. I don't know. Choices. Snowman, how about this? Does that make you feel better? You're so cute. Okay, yeah. So, I would have to start with Pride and Prejudice first if I started this challenge, because not challenge, but branching out. Because that's the only copy that I have right now of any of the books. So therefore, that would have to be the one I start with, unless I wait till Tuesday when they are supposed to come in. But I don't know if they'll be delayed any further, because we are under tornado warning, and I didn't know we were under tornado warning before I ordered the books. So I don't know, I guess we'll see. At least you guys will get a Pride and Prejudice reading vlog out of it. Since I am not a classic reader, I don't know how to talk about classics, so you guys will have to bear with me. You guys will just get my thoughts, basically, essentially, on all of the books. Probably not anything too detailed, which is fine because I don't really go into detail anyway. I probably should, since this is a book channel, and I intend to keep it that way for a long, long time, because I enjoy the platform and just interacting with people that read. So yeah, we'll see if I start Pride and Prejudice tonight. I will let you guys know. Welcome back, and I know my bangs look horrible. I just got them cut and I haven't learned how to style them yet, so we're just gonna ignore them shitty bangs for right now. But alright, this is not gonna work. Give me a moment. At least it looks a little bit better. Not really, because the rest of my hair's up, and I don't know, I don't kind of like the way the hairstylist cut these, but you know what, it's fine. I asked for curtain bangs. This does not, it's not giving curtain, but it's fine. Okay, I'll just wait for them to grow and then I'll specify next time a little bit longer, please, because these, I feel like these aren't curtain bangs. I don't know, it's just not giving what it was supposed to give. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I started Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and I have gotten to chapter 7, which is page 29. And so far, we're just getting really into the basics. We haven't really laid anything out yet, but so far it's just Elizabeth's parents like pushing her to talk to Mr. Darcy because they want their eldest daughter to get married, and they want Lizzie, to get married as soon as possible because she's getting older. And you know, in those times when this was written, I'm pretty sure this was written in like the 1800s. So basically, when you were a woman back then, the only value you had was to get married and have children. So she was getting older, meaning she had less of a chance, so her parents were like kind of pushing her to get married sooner. So that's how far I am at. We just met Mr. Darcy, and don't know how I feel about him yet. Hopefully I fall in love with him later on, and we'll see how we get there. Also wanted to quickly add, my books came in. For the rest of this video, we have Hamlet, and then we have Wuthering Heights. I'll probably read Wuthering Heights next, because this one intrigues me. I've always wanted to read this one, but we will see. And then again, I've only read bits and pieces of Hamlet, but I would like the context as well for Hamnet, because I have that one as well, which is kind of a sort of retelling of Hamlet, but in like a different form. So this one will also be read for the video. I really like the cover though. Excuse my nails, I look ratchet as fuck, but it's fine. But yeah, Hamlet, Wuthering Heights, and Pride and Prejudice are going to be read for this video. But Hamlet is a play, so it's going to read a little bit differently. So that's what I'm nervous about, because I don't typically read plays. I've read plays for school, and that's about it. I haven't read any other plays. But we will be reading this. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to go back to reading Pride and Prejudice. I will let you know my thoughts and how far we get into it today. And yeah, I will see you in a minute. Alright, y'all, so it's day 2 of reading classic books for a week, and I just finished Pride and Prejudice. It is 8:30 of day 2 p.m., and I finished it. Now, I'm probably going to give this 4-star. I wouldn't say it's 5-star. I feel like with Jane Austen, I definitely enjoyed Pride and Prejudice more than I enjoyed Sense and Sensibility. Considering that one took me like a month to read and this one took me 2 days. That I would say is a vast improvement. I enjoyed the love story between Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth. However, I felt like some things could have been written out more gone in depth, because I feel like majority of the story we didn't even see Mr. Darcy. It was just Elizabeth going back and forth with her own inner emotions. That's how it felt to me, at least, but I don't know. Of course, I have not read a lot of literature from this era, so I do not know what the style of writing was. I don't know if this... You can kind of get a sense of style of writing for this era, but of course, I know Jane Austen was, like, one of a kind. So, I don't know how far as to say how similar hers were to other books that were written in this time period. Another thing that I enjoyed about it is that it had shorter chapters in Sense and Sensibility. Now, it could also just be me. Sense and Sensibility just kind of dragged on. This one didn't, and it had smaller chapters, at least to me. I don't know if it was like that or if I just felt like those chapters were longer because I wasn't enjoying it. But it was a really good story. Elizabeth herself was a likable character. Very relatable. As well as Mr. Darcy. He was also relatable, as in being like aloof, staying out of others' way and only talking with people he knows. That is such me behavior. Love that. And, you know, I just enjoyed the love story. And then another thing. The characters of Lady Catherine and Mr. Collins really had the audacity. And Mr. Collins was wild in when he, okay, spoiler, if you guys haven't read the book, proposed to Elizabeth. She was like, no. And he was just like, well, I don't believe that you're just saying no. I'm going to keep proposing. And I was like, I know this is another era where women weren't, like, taken seriously. But, like, really? He really had the audacity? And then later on, Lady Catherine coming simply to just be like, no, you can't marry Mr. Darcy. He was meant for his cousin, da-da-da-da-da. I was just like, you're trying to tell this girl who she can and cannot marry. It's like, you have no right. You have no right to be doing all that. Like, but of course, like, I don't know how common that was. Because of course I was not born in like the 1800s. I don't know anything about it. The extent of my knowledge is Bridgerton. And right now, well, I know it's not very historically accurate, so therefore my knowledge is not much. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I'm probably going to start the next book tomorrow, considering that it's late. And I just, yeah. But so far, this was a good start to the challenge. Not even a challenge, just reading classics for a week. To enhance my reading. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good start, you know? I highlighted a few lines. I didn't annotate the whole thing. But I highlighted the cute moments. That's all that matters. Darcy had a way with words, and I'm gonna watch the movie. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow, or maybe I will do it tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, book 1 finished. Woo! Hello y'all, it's day 3 of reading classics for a week. I've started Hamlet. I went through the background about Shakespeare, the theater in Shakespeare's day, the actors, basically all of the background from that time period, so it could help us understand a little bit of the story. It also gave a timeline of Shakespeare's life. And I figured out something, because it shows the timeline for the Shakespeare's life, and it said Shakespeare had twins. One was named Hamnet, and I'm figuring Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell, which is the book that I wanted to read, which this is going to be like the background knowledge that I need. That is kind of like a fictional account of the son's life. I didn't know that going into this. I didn't know his son's name was Hamnet. So that's a new fact of knowledge, I suppose. I started the actual play. I'm about to start scene 2, which is based in Elsinore, which is the castle. And we're about to be introduced to Claudius, Ophelia, Gertrude, Polonius, Laertes, Voltimand, Cornelius, and then bringing Hamlet in, because he wasn't in the first scene. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I haven't gotten very far, but I only started it about maybe like half an hour ago. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going and read on scene 2. I've been making slight little notes. I am annotating the way that I annotated Pride and Prejudice. Very little. Things that I find interesting or good quotes. If I decide to go more in depth with the annotations, I will, but right now I do not think I will, but I guess we'll see how I feel later on in the story. I don't know when I'm going to finish this book, whether it be today or tomorrow. Because it really is a short play. It's only about 160 pages in counting. 168, I believe. Yeah, 168 pages, so almost 170, which isn't that hard to read in a short amount of time. So maybe I'll finish it tonight, maybe I won't. But I guess we'll see. Anyways, we're to keep reading on. We'll see where I get to. Alright, y'all, so I just finished Shakespeare's Hamlet. A lot to say about this one. Well, a lot and nothing to say at the same time, because I'm not necessarily a philosophical person, so I wouldn't really know how to address the nature of the story. However, the storyline was good. I really liked it. I do think William Shakespeare is dramatic, and it's funny to me, of course, because after one person died, then everybody started dying left and right, and that was hilarious to me because there was just no warning. I mean, it was kind of like implied, oh yeah, so there was going to be multiple deaths, but I didn't think it was going to be that many. I was just like, okay. Literally everybody died at the end. And it was hilarious. Oh, and another thing that was funny at the end, hang on, let me find the page, where it was like, the king, which is Hamlet's uncle, was like, our son shall win, which, it's not your son, first off. And then the queen just goes, she didn't have faith in him. She was just like, he's fat and scant of breath. Like, that's all the explanation she needed to say. It was hilarious. It was funny. Again, like, the storyline was amazing. I enjoyed it. There was some great lines in here that I thoroughly enjoyed. There was something about one can still smile and still be a villain. And I was like, that was a top tier line. I'm sorry. It was fantastic. I love that line. It's very... too much to put into words, obviously. But it was very good. I really enjoyed it. This, I think, I'm going to give it a 4-star because it did pave the way for a lot of literature. But it didn't exactly, like, me, you know? I did enjoy it very thoroughly, but it wasn't a 5-star read. But I do think it is a thing that does stand on its own, and it does have a lot of merit, and I really enjoyed it. I think my favorite my favorite character is between Ophelia and Hamlet. Simply just because the complexity of their characters. I really enjoyed the development. And I also like that it's kind of like a two-faced thing. They don't show whether Hamlet's actually crazy or not. They just kind of imply, oh yeah, he's crazy. But we don't know if he's actually crazy or if the ghost did come. Everything's a big metaphor, as everything is. Yeah. But Ophelia, why didn't anybody tell her, like, bro, you're not the cause of him going crazy? Why did nobody tell her? Like, this girl drowned herself because nobody wanted to tell her. Everybody acknowledged that she wasn't the issue. But nobody told her that, so then she drowned herself. That's crazy. I don't know. But yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. William Shakespeare. I may return to William Shakespeare because I didn't expect myself to enjoy it as much as I did. Because I'm not, as I said before, I'm not necessarily a classics girly, but I do want to start getting into that kind of stuff. Hence this video that you guys are watching. But yeah, William Shakespeare, I will soon come back to you. I don't know how soon, but we'll get there. Alright, hello guys, and I have started Wuthering Heights. I started it yesterday, but I didn't read a lot, so I didn't really see the point of recording. It was only like 20 pages. But I started it, and I have gotten up to, I want to say page 80. Page 90, so we're getting close to the 100 mark, and all of the characters so far are insane, clinically insane, desperately insane. Yes, but there was a good quote in here so far. It was on page 81, and it was like, it was Catherine talking about Heathcliff and their romance starting to bud into the world. And I say romance because I heard this, it's like this domestic violence romance type thing in like the 1700s. And it says, but because he's more myself than I am, whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. And it's a good quote. It's just, I'm scared for how later this is going to turn out. You know? And, yeah. Overall, I'm just nervous because, because I know this story is more so touching base on the fact that, the supernatural, kind of. And so, that, yeah. Also, can we talk about the fact that, what's his face? Yeah, Mr. Henley was, I think he was, like, shit-faced, drunk. I don't remember what happened. I just know he was going through some shit, and basically he just walks in the house, sees his baby sitting there, and then he gets mad that his baby doesn't want to see him, and then he tries to throw his child off the banister. I'm just like, I don't like kids, but, like, I'm not ever gonna take it that far. Like, what the fuck? Mr. Henley, why are we trying to throw our children off the banister? The hell? It's like, wow. I know going into this that the characters were unlikable in sorts, but I didn't really foresee us throwing our children off the banister. And then Catherine, oh my god, Catherine. The one that the romance is supposed to be between. I was just like, Catherine, you're sitting here, like, fucking with your housemaid, pinching her, being rude to her. Somebody intervenes, and then you get pissed. And then the Mr. Henley, you're like, his baby, you're hitting his kid, and I'm just like, bro. And I'm just like, the hell? The hell? The fuck? I don't know. This whole thing is kind of just like, and you know, I didn't go into this reading the back at all. I just went into it being like, oh yeah. And you know, I went into it like not really knowing much about it at all. I just know that, hey, Isabella Swan read this book in Twilight, so we're gonna go ahead and read it because she liked it, so therefore maybe I'll like it. I don't know. Fucked up logic, I know. I didn't read the back. And I went in completely blind. And it is entertaining. It's just fucked up. It's just severely fucked up so far. Yeah. It is a little confusing because some of the names are similar. Like being Catherine. Sometimes we call her Kathleen, but she also has a kid named Kathy. So I just get confused. And it kind of just throws me off. And then you have Mr. Linton, and then you have Linton. So I'm just like, who is who? But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it. It's just, wow. This is what we're doing today, huh? Alright, so I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to try to at least get to like 160 tonight. But we'll see where we go with it. I don't know how far I'm going to get through. I'm going to try to get to 160, but I'm not sure if I'll make it to 160 because I am tired, and I am also just tired and very tired. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, y'all. So this is day 6 of the Reading Classics book challenge. And I have only made it, where's my book? Un momento. Made it to 166, which is chapter 2 in the second volume of Wuthering Heights. And today's the last day to read Wuthering Heights before tomorrow. The video has to be uploaded at noon or sometime after. And I don't know how I'm going to read all this before tomorrow, and I gotta be up at 4 to go to work, well, at 3 to go to work so I can get ready and then go to work at 4, be there at 4. And I don't know why I put myself through this. But you know what? I'm going to read on my Kindle so that way it feels like progress goes by a little bit faster, because for some reason on the Kindle it feels like progress goes a little bit faster than it does when you're reading the paperback. And I'll pick up the paperback if there's like a quote I want to outline. But I've only made it to book 67, which is a little bit less than halfway. So I still have to read the whole half. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But we're going to get through it. Let's be so for real. We're going to get so through it. Now, either this book's going to finish me or I'm going to finish it. We will see in a little bit. It is day 6. And I'm struggling already. It's the last day. I can make it through the last day. I don't know. I was enjoying myself going to the pool and shit. So now I'm all sunburnt. I don't know if you can see it, but my shit is fucked. Oh yeah, you can see it like that right there. I'm fucked. It burns physically and emotionally. I don't know why it's taking forever to download on my Kindle, but we're downloading it. There it goes. Now I just need to find my spot and put it down in there. So far, I've already given you my notes so far, but I enjoy it, but it is a little bit taxing to read. So therefore, I haven't been reading it as much as I should be. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta find this page though. Found it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start reading, and hopefully we'll get somewhere. This is why I can't listen to music when I read. I get distracted way too easily, but still it puts me in like a better mindset at the same time. I don't get it, but that's how it works. You know what confuses me? I don't understand what race Heathcliff is. Because I've seen different things basically saying, yo, Heathcliff is black. And then there's other things saying, no, in that time period, if you were like an olive skin tone, you were considered like not like white. Which doesn't make sense to me. But of course I wasn't in that time period, so I can't speak on it. But Tia Tamara, why? Tia Tamara, why? Okay. But y'all see what I mean? Like, that's confusing me. I'm gonna watch the movie afterwards just to see how they play that out. But it still confuses the hell out of me as of this moment. Tia Tamara, why? I failed. I haven't been feeling good all day. So, like, y'all can excuse it, like, the one time, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna keep reading Wuthering Heights, but I probably won't finish it in this video. So, therefore, my thoughts on Wuthering Heights are, I've made it to page 200, I believe. No, I'm a liar. I lie. 183. And it is enjoyable. The characters are unlikable, however, but no matter how unlikable the characters are, you're still gonna be into the storyline. And so far, right now, I feel like it's going slow, but I feel like since now that we're reaching the death portion of where we need to get to, we're finally going to get somewhere. We're going to have the meat of the story come through, and then that will start bleeding us to, like, our climax and stuff. So hopefully that is where it goes. But right now, I'm tired. I gotta go to work at 2:40. Well, now I gotta get ready for it at 2:40 a.m. So I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know why I thought I was gonna be able to run through a whole 160 something pages in a day. But to be fair, I've done less on books I've really enjoyed. So I've done more on books I've really enjoyed, but done like an hour or so. I don't know. I'm still getting used to the classics thing, so that's probably it. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. And I will update you guys in the next video whether I finish you know what I mean. Wuthering Heights or not, and what I thought about it. But right now, I'm just like, it's so good, but at the same time, like, I just don't have the energy. I will see you guys in the next video, though, however, and I will let you guys know. Bye-bye.